Hi, it's LTS Crypto. Today I'm going to make my case about why there is a certain group on the Fantom network. There's a certain place, there's a certain project. You can see there's a clue right there. There's a clue that there's going to be a lot of people making a lot of money this next bull run going into the 2025 bull run. Now we're in 2024, but what I want us to understand is that when this thing happens, and if history repeats and the bull run follows the Bitcoin halving, and then that, the bump at the halving, and then it dips down, and then it does this phenomenal growth after that, all your altcoins and everything are going to follow suit. And in that case, I'm going to make my case that there is going to be a group that's going to make a ton of money. Of course, I'm talking about Equalizer. Equalizer is one of those platforms that I found by accident. Going onto one of my groups, I was complaining about one of the other dexes that's on Fantom, and I was saying I cannot get it to work. I keep getting these error messages. I keep having issues swapping tokens or whatever it was. And somebody says, well, why don't you try Equalizer? And I did. And all of a sudden I realized, wow, that was easy. That was smooth. What a fantastically smooth looking user experience. And I said, this is nice. Now, just to say, I have not always had flawless, error-free processing from Equalizer. There's been some cases where I've had to, there was issues with the Fantom network where it was congested or there was certain things wrong. Well, but majority of the time, and I would go back to these other platforms. Again, I'm not naming them. I'm sure they're good, they're fine. But I would go back, and then I would find myself going back to Equalizer. So, as I started then putting liquidity in, and then starting following the projects that they followed, and then following the developers there at Equalizer, I started realizing I may have found the diamond. And again, this is my thesis. This is my thesis why this project on the Fantom network is going to be that diamond that shows up next bull run. All right, so this is why. When you go and look, first of all, they've got a great website. All right, it's not over the top. There's not animals flying around on it, which seems to be the thing that everybody's doing. It's just a great standard website. But let me just explain, for those that are new to Equalizer, to dexes, let me just show you real quick a quick overview about what Equalizer is. And then I'll get to my thesis, okay? When you look at Equalizer, just an introduction, it says, this is from their docs. It says, welcome to Equalizer. Equalizer was derived from the initial concept of Andre Cronje. The mechanism that was used to create a perpetual decentralized exchange was unique and ingenious. The launch of this platform is to take the concept and to apply it to a more natural style DEX. Equalizer will become the trading mechanism for the Fantom network, utilizing the solidly perpetual model with some tweaks to fee structures and emissions. And the question is, why Equalizer? And that's what I'm reading. Why Equalizer? The perpetual model is the first of its kind that can sustain an emission token price. Now, what does that mean? Why is that an issue? All right. For those who've been, this is not your first rodeo, you realize that there was times when you had a DEX and you would make a killing on, like there'd be thousands of percent, millions of percent of APR that you could make on these DEX, and then 6 months later, they're gone. Why? Because it's unsustainable. You can't sustain paying millions percentage of APR of your token out without it diluting the market. So it says our model supports Well, let me go back. The problem that is tackled here is to create a equalized effect across the rewards for token holders and the incentive for LP providers. All right. Our model supports this as it rewards liquidity with a valuable token. That's important. That devices an income similar to the curve model. The fee structure ensures that the utility and reward for holding and locking the token is high enough to support the required liquidity to succeed in low slippage trades. And they talk about this flywheel. Okay, the flywheel is pretty ingenious, where you got projects. The projects are then doing bribes. It gets the community excited. It then makes equal. Equal is then reinvested in the token, which is VE equal, which is giving you voting rights, which then gives you part of that bribe pool. Well, it seems to be working, and it seems to be sustainable. And again, I go back to my thesis. I think this is the one for the next bull run. Now, that's as far as I'm going to go with the overview right there. Because as you start looking, and you can go to the site, I encourage you, go look and see what they're about. And I'll just tell you this, if you're not used to, I've had some people say, I just don't understand it. Well, then just start using the services. Do a simple swap, and then add a little bit of liquidity. And then in that liquidity, you'll get some equal. And then lock that equal. And just kind of go through, and it basically takes you in stages. And just do each one of them, and by the end of it, you're making money. You're actually making perpetual income. And you're also supporting the ecosystem. So just go check it out. Go check that out. But looking at what I have found is that you're not supposed to trade on feelings. Okay, you're not supposed to invest on feelings. You're just not. There's a thing called FOMO. And you're not supposed to invest. You're not supposed to trade with FOMO. That's bad, And you're not supposed to listen to FUD. Yes, but let me talk about the feeling for a minute. The feeling that I have that it is actually a diamond. All right, just to give you a little background. Okay, I'm old enough to kind of recognize patterns. And to kind of see what's important. And let me just a little bit of philosophy, and then I'll get into my point. And if you're saying, just hurry up and get to the point, tell me why, so I can throw however much money into... No, stop. Just, number one, you don't throw money around. You just don't do that. You do a little bit of research, you look at it yourself, then you consider the investment, and then you put the money in. Well... when you start looking at, again, getting kind of like the philosopher that I am, I'm not, but just to get this little tinge of philosophy in there, I've often talked about, like if I make billions of dollars, if I make so much money I can't spend it, what car would I have? And a lot of people say, Lambo, go get the Lamborghini, go get the Ferrari. But then I started thinking, why? Why do that? And then I started thinking about it. My second oldest son, or second youngest son, either way. Yeah, I've got 3 sons, so he's the middle son. I got 4 kids. The daughter's the youngest. But he gave me a car. He did. He gave me a 2001 BMW 525i, and it needed work. It'd been in a wreck, and he got him another car, and we worked on that car. We worked on it. We got it running, and then he was like, I got to go off and do these other things in life here. And then I started, trying to restore it, and I still am working on it. And I got a functioning car that I'm slowly restoring. Something I found out about the car is that it only cost $3,000 to buy. Because it's been in a wreck. Needed a little bit of paint. Needed some engine work. It needed stuff. But once everything got fixed on it, it ran fantastic. And I started watching these videos online about driving, the driving experience, and the way that cars make you feel. And I realized, and somebody had that same car I had, and they made the point, and it's a 5-speed, which is, think about a luxury big car that's a 5-speed. There's a certain way it makes you feel driving it. Doesn't really look great. I mean, I think it looks good, but I remember watching the video, and the person going down the road said, I just love driving this car. It's not the fastest car in the world. It's not the fastest car on a track. It's not the quietest car. I mean, it doesn't, if you looked at the numbers, they don't line up. Because what you see is that there's this culmination of all these little things of it that are not the greatest and brightest and fastest and most expensive or whatever, but the culmination of everything together makes this fantastic driving experience. And if you ever watch, there's the show on YouTube called Mighty Car Mods. They're from Australia, and I remember Moog on there. He got a Mini. And of course, they're not the fastest. They're not the, they're not the great. But he was like, I love driving this car. And now I think his dad had one, and he remembers that as a kid. But it had to do with the driving experience. And for those who play guitar, you might not be a car guy, but you might be a guitarist. You understand that guitars all consist of like wood and steel strings and frets and hardware, but there's something about that guitar, the one that somebody hands you at the Guitar Center or wherever your music shop is, and you're like, this feels and sounds incredible. There's the magic of the culmination of everything, and to take it even, you say, well, I'm not a guitarist either. Well, think about, if you're a man and you're getting married, well, think about, so often said, well, women are, all the same. They all have, and you can go as crude as you want to with that, but there's something special about the one you marry. The culmination of everything that they are, they're special. The magic happens. Now, I say all that to say this. I think Equalizer has the magic. It's not the biggest, the brightest, the shiniest, but all these attributes of it, it seems to be showing this magic. Very much like when Harry Potter goes in the wand shop and he tries that wand, the one with the same, I think it was the phoenix feather that Voldemort had, and it just clicked. That's my wand. It just clicked. I think that's what we have. I think the magic is here, and it's everything. It's everything. It's the project. It's the people. It's the time. It's the fact that it's getting integrated with this major upgrade with Fantom, which is the sonic upgrade, and everything is showing that this is running, and this project is connected with that sonic upgrade. It's happening. Now, why would I say that? There's a few things. Let me just show you. If you go to the Twitter, and I said I wasn't going to go do a long video, but I'm very passionate about this project. I just keep seeing it. And some people might say, well, hold on a sec, you were passionate about guys too. Yes, but the guys that were, that it was implemented on top, which was the multi-chain, they didn't go to jail, okay? They didn't get taken off into, in cuffs. So yes, if they start hauling off the people and the developers into jail, I will probably think differently. But when you start looking at the Twitter, just look. I won't do all this. You can go and look at the Twitter yourself. But they're doing consecrated liquidity pools in collaboration with is it Itchy, I think. Just something that's just nothing major. It's just a little bitty thing to help make it more efficient and and it's simplified, and it makes it to where it makes it for easier use for people coming into the space who wants to try it. It's simplified. They've got single stake. They've got let's see. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you can see that, but that right there is Blake Hooper, who is one of the main guys there at Equalizer, and look who he's talking to. He's talking to one of the people from Fantom Foundation about the Sonic upgrade. Now, his name. Let's see, what is his name? His name, I'll tell you, is Schultz. I think his last name is Schultz. He is the Chief Research Officer. And I think I just messed up my Twitter. No, I didn't. Bernard Schultz. And our founder, Blake Hooper, run through what makes Fantom Upgraded Sonic so special. So, there he is. And he's in constant contact with these people. And so he's upgrading his platform with this wonderful upgrade from Fantom. The only thing I can see is just tremendous growth. Now, something else that just grabbed my attention. Let me get out of this for you. I'll actually start exiting out some stuff. Is if you go to market cap of, and we start asking questions about like last bull run, what on the Fantom network did okay, and it's a similar project, and Spooky came up. And this is not original with me. This is actually somebody else. I wish I could remember who originally brought this up, but I went back and did the numbers myself. Right here. See, I did the numbers myself. And if you look at the all-time high for Spooky, and you look at the comparison of the market cap of Equalizer to the market cap of Spooky at the all-time high, you've got an Equalizer at $1,068. $1,068. It is 333 times more than where it is now. Okay. Equalizer right now is $3.17 as of February 16th, 2024. Equalizer is $3.17. You're talking about massive potential, and this is the thing. This was Fantom, not as Fantom Sonic. This is also, when you think about the bull run, if everything lines up, and again, this is, let's dream for a minute. Let's dream. Let's dream big. Let's say that because of the new ETFs in the U.S. and all that Bitcoin that's brought in by the big players now that's legally able to put it into investments on the stock market, well, all that, and you say, well, that should have ran the price up. No. You need to think about the people that's playing this game. You need to think about it and how they would, kind of manipulate. I'm not saying that everything, all that's manipulation, but they would manipulate it to push it down to where they could get even more. And all that money rushes in. And we have one of the biggest bull runs led by Bitcoin. And then a humongous altcoin season after that. And then those layer ones that are killing it, like I am predicting, and a lot of people are predicting that the Fantom Sonic is going to do. And Equalizer, on the coattails of that, 1,068 may be just the beginning. Maybe just the beginning. And so there's going to be a lot of people making a lot of money, in my opinion. Let me just show you a couple more things, and then the video will be yours. And you can blast my thesis, and you can tell me where I'm wrong. So be it. So be it. I'm just showing you what's in this mind right here. When you look at the price action, and if it will load up, I'll close some more of these. When you look, and of course you probably need to move my head out of the way. Here, I'll move my head. Or move that right there. I'll move that. All right. That chart's bullish. That is on the daily. That is your equalizer chart. Going in April of this year is the halving. This chart is going into that. So it looks bullish, tremendously bullish. This is your equalizer Fantom chart. When you also consider, for those degens out, let me pull my screen back over here again. Let me pull my screen back over. Let's pull you back over where you can see everything. There we go. All right. This market cap right over here. That market cap right above my head right there that I just selected, $820,000. That's the market cap. I mean, a lot of people consider that to be like a micro cap. There is potential. There's absolute potential. And then just to show you what I'm talking about in terms of what Spooky did last time, this is on the month, or this, I think it's on the monthly. This is a weekly, excuse me, this is the weekly. And this was back in the bull run. And you can see there the 2022, let me see if I can actually make that. It may not let me do it. It's not going to let me do it. But anyway, what we have is potential. It's potential. That's the reason why I'm thinking Equalizer is going to be one of the biggest runs this time. Solid team. I knew something was up when I started going through, and I saw them in the during the bear market. Let me pull my thing back up here. I knew during the bear market, and they were just working. They were just working. I mean, everything else was dead. All these projects were just, the discords were dead. And then but I saw them putting out new products. It was the bear market. Nobody was making any money. No new investment money was coming in, but Equalizer was working. And other people noticed it too. And so this is my thesis. Please tell me another project that's got more potential than this one. Tell me. I'll listen to you. I will listen to you. Make your case, but this is my case for Equalizer. Again, do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. Matter of fact, you will lose money listening to me because I don't do good with money. Matter of fact, I don't do good with crypto either. But I think I found something in this Equalizer. So let me know if you think there's something better. Let me know if you agree with me. It's not about agree with me. I want to know the information, okay? And then also, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, and also, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get my next video. I do dumb videos like this all the time. But let me know. Let me know if I'm off base. But I will see y'all next video. I'm LTS Crypto. Bye.